Hey, it's Jeremy from Ochsner Insurance with the one take. One take, no editing of Jeremy's journal. What's going on at Ochsner Insurance, a scratch independent insurance agency, the ups and downs. So, this is for the week ending March 22nd, 2024. March Madness is in full effect. Unfortunately, our Nevada Wolfpack lost in the first round, surrendering a 17-point lead in the second half and lost by 3. And it was a great season for the Wolfpack, and I'm sure they're a little disappointed in what happened in the tournament, but there's things to learn. And for those seniors, we just say thank you to the seniors that played their hearts out and provided us with some great basketball to watch as fans. So thank you, Wolfpack seniors. And here's to your success in your endeavors to come after graduation. So the activities for the week, I'll get right into that. The 4 to 5 window, we talked about that last week, where we're managing our inbound emails and doing the 3 things with those emails, and then putting those things that we don't need to handle immediately into the 4 to 5 window to take care of. So things like non-immediate quotes and endorsements and things of that nature. And last week, we ended with 10 of those tasks being completed in the 4 to 5 window, which is a humongous improvement over the prior week where we did not have those tasks. We were not tracking the tasks, and that's what matters. If you're not tracking something, your goals, you're not going to have a measurable result or average to sort of track and see where you're at. It just doesn't work. Cold marketing drops, we actually dropped 2 of those. And there's a story upcoming about what happened with the next, why there were only 2 marketing drops. Prospecting phone calls was up. We did 13 of those. We produced 4 pieces of content, and we had a total of 13 quotes. And yes, I'm not looking at the board right now. I'm looking at my board and my CRM where I'm tracking it more efficiently. So yes, we had some pretty good wins there. The one thing that's not tracked in this particular piece is the premium that was brought in the door, and that was extremely low last week. Could be many reasons for that. We're not going to psychoanalyze any of that stuff, but we're looking for much bigger months than what March has turned out to be. But hey, we're still positive and we're still talking to people and bringing value, and maybe we'll write their insurance too. So personal carriers, personal lines insurance. It's pretty much a disaster right now, folks. With loss ratios up above 100%, and they're struggling to get their rate increases through the Department of Insurance. Again, that's opinion. That's what I've heard. The personal lines carriers have just continued to put tremendous restrictions on allowing new property to come into their accepting new property and even accepting new autos. So everything from a pre-bind pause with 10 things to do to get a property quote, 8 or 9 things to do to get an auto quote, to having minimum requirements of a prior carrier to then be written on the new carrier. And if they don't have those particular minimum limits arbitrarily set by the carrier, you cannot write their business. They just don't want new business unless it's perfectly fitting in the box that they have described. Because think of it this way. Why would you want to bring in business that has over 100% loss ratio? So you bring in one policy that's $1,000, you're going to lose $1,013. Why would you do that as a business owner? And so the carriers, in my opinion, are really, they actuarially are saying, well, this is the little box. That's too big. That's the little box that we want for new business. So what's happening? The consumer is suffering because there aren't as many options as there once were. Carriers are not appointing new appointments to agents and agencies, and even the large, humongous agencies have restrictions in place, and their policy count restrictions are pretty similar to ours. So that is kind of a nightmare. However, we still are getting personal lines done. We are writing it, just we're not writing the number of families that we used to write. So that's a bit frustrating because we cannot help the people that actually want help. So we're having to sort of schedule them out. Updates on recent licenses added. We are now licensed in Ohio, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Massachusetts. Now, why would we go about having a non-resident license in those states? Referral partners. Thank you to our referral partners who continue to send us business. And we are just extremely grateful for you thinking of us. And here's where the referrals are coming from. We're getting home healthcare leads. We're also getting general contractors, service contractors, marketing companies, cosmetic and med spa companies, and of course, personal lines insurance. So all in all, the week ending the 22nd of March has been a great week. March Madness is in full swing. There's been upsets and there's been great basketball to watch. And Easter's right around the corner. We've had some challenges, but we've also had a lot of wins. The activities that make a difference, we're seeing some more consistency in those activities. Thank you, Lord. And we're seeing improvement in phone calls as well as some marketing drops. We talked about the challenges with the personal lines carriers. And, we're so grateful that we get to write a little tiny bit of business. And we're hoping for some reform to help be able to write more consistent business, to help out families, to help them be protected. And then we talked about our referral partners and where we are newly licensed, and grateful for all of those things. So thank you for watching. Here's to your success. We'll see you next week.